KCIW listeners out there in Brookings and the Curry County. It is a pleasure to be here in the KCIW station. This is Amanda Whittemore with the Quality Living with Peaceful Support radio show. We also have this radio show available on the podcast, and we have listeners all around the world. It's quite fantastic to be with the capability of having the podcast. Here on Quality Living, it's a moment for our listeners to tune in and enjoy learning and hearing a little bit more about who we all are and what it is that we do. With Peaceful Support, we shine ways to encourage quality living. And myself being an end-of-life doula, we get reminded actually how important living really is. And when we have these special gifts to get up and walk and sing a song and do something special for each other, please do. Like today, we have a really awesome guest, a very special guest. Some of you in town may be familiar with Cisco. Hi, Cisco.
Hello, Amanda. Hi.
Hi. And the listeners out there are super excited to hear all about you.
Well, it's nice to be here.
Good. Well, one of our questions we have is, how long have you been in Brookings?
About 2.5 years now.
Oh.
I came up to get help with my daughter taking care of my wife, who was a stroke victim, and she was paralyzed. So I needed a little extra help, and that's why I moved up here. Nice. But I love Brookings.
Yeah. And your daughter lives in town also?
Yes, she does.
Oh, wonderful. Good. And family is one of the top for me. When I think of quality living, I think of family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How about when the word quality, when you hear that word, what do you think of?
Love, respect, good living.
Oh, yeah.
Being honest.
Oh, yeah.
Facing your problems head on. And trying to make yourself happy. And I stay away from negative people.
Ah, smart man.
Thank you.
You sound like you're winning.
I'm trying.
Good. If I remember, I think I first seen you possibly at the Chetco Activity Center.
Oh, yeah. I love playing there.
Yeah.
Great place and great people.
It is.
And it's all volunteers, and they're all wonderful people.
It takes a lot to get up for a lot of us who, deal with certain situations like chronic pain or any type of situation that we're dealing with, mentally or physically, and to be able to get up and get out there and do something nice for somebody else.
Oh, yeah. I belong to a grief group at hospice here in Brookings. And when my wife passed away, I went there, and it really helped me. But now I like to continue going, because I can help other people with their grief and sometimes their personal problems, and it's rewarding in itself. It makes you feel good.
Yes, that is the most amount of peaceful support I could ever imagine.
Yeah.
Being there in the time when it's the most difficult.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to be there in the fun times.
Yes, yeah, yeah. The people are all wonderful there too, and they're all helpful when someone new comes in. They're sad and they start crying, and we tell them it's okay. Let it. That's what we're here for, to listen to you and to help you.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's kind of what we're here for, is for peaceful support, to listen to you. And so tell us a little bit more about yourself.
I'm basically I was in the Navy 4 years, and when I got out of the Navy, I became a professional musician in San Francisco, and I belonged to a 4-piece group called the High Street Four for a while, and we played Vegas, Hawaii, all over, and then I got tired of wearing a tuxedo, so I started playing on my own with a fella named Boston Mason, who was one of the most talented people I've ever known. And we traveled all to Japan, all over Canada, every casino in Nevada, and had a lot of fun playing music. Made some money, too.
Yeah, that sounds like the high life.
But I just can't give up music now. I'm just a little older, but I play music because I love to, and I like to make people smile, and I like it when they look at me and tap their foot or something, it means they're really listening, and I love it.
Oh, yeah. How about where are you playing now?
I play the Turkey Day at the Activity Center the last Wednesday of every month. I play at the Grange, on the 18th, and I play every Saturday at the Farmers Market.
Oh.
And I guess I'll be at Crissy Field. I forgot the date there in May.
Okay.
And right now, that's about it. But I'm busy.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of music playing.
Well, it's fun.
Yeah.
Music is the language of love.
The language of love.
And it keeps me young.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Good. Do you have a favorite musical instrument?
A guitar and harmonica. I used to play bass. But I just stick with the guitar and harmonica.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. So your daughter's up here. How did she find Brookings?
Her and her husband travel in their motorhome, and they passed through here quite a few years ago and fell in love with the place, so they come up here and bought a house up here.
Aww.
But they also have a house in Eagle Lake in California.
Beautiful.
And they bought me a house to move up here.
Smart.
And they travel all over in their motorhome.
Oh, yeah. That's what those things are for. Do you get out there with them and play music?
Once in a while. Once in a while. Nice. But I can't leave here because I have obligations playing,
Oh yeah, you got stuff to do. People to get dancing.
Yeah.
Nice. When we think of ways to activate quality living, what would say is your way of activating quality living?
Check out your surroundings. Make sure everything's safe. Mm-hmm. And just look ways to make yourself happy. And make sure everything works. And see what happens.
That's very sound advice. I like it. And, well, let's see here. How would you create or find peaceful support?
Peaceful support is through my grief family. Mm-hmm. And they're just, since I come up here, they're friends, and we love one another, and I respect them, they respect me, and if I need help, they're there to help me. Mm-hmm. And I go to church. I pray. I play sometimes for the church functions.
Oh, good.
And all the people in Brookings are just friendly.
Agreed.
I have not found anyone I dislike in this town. One day when I first come up here, I was in a cart at Fred Meyer's store, and one what he called the handicap cart.
Right. Uh-huh.
And a lady come up, tapped me on my shoulder, and I turned around and she says, "Excuse me, sir, has anyone told you I love you today?" I said, no, they didn't. He said, "Well, I love you." I said, "Well, gee, thank you." And that never happened to me before in my life. But she wasn't. She was just being nice, just nice, out of the clear blue sky, and it just warmed my heart.
Absolutely. Oh man, what a special gift! That's so heartwarming.
Sure. And when I drive from on 101 coming into town from the harbor area, the trees and everything's so green and beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I've been here 2.5 years, and it still amazes me.
Right? The luxury of the nature.
Oh, it's just wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every day I watch that sunset, and I think, God, thank you. There's no way I could. It's just more miraculous every day.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know how they do it.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, good. We are with the special opportunity to, well, first, before we get there, how about how did you find the guitar? And you said you had a little bit of bass and a harmonica. How did these instruments come to you, and about what age?
I started singing when I was 4 years old.
Oh, naturally born.
It just came to me, and my mother would make me sing when people come to the house, and it would scare me. I had stage fright at 4 years old.
Oh, cute.
And they'd send me to the room, but when no one was around, my grandpa would make me sing, and I loved singing for him.
Yeah.
And then when I was in my teens, I wanted to play guitar, so they bought me a guitar, and I started teaching myself. Then when I was in the Navy, I had a guitar, and I played on the ship for 4 years.
Really?
Uh-huh.
They let you do that?
Then when I got out, I put an ad in the paper, and somebody snatched me up right away, and the rest is history.
Oh, my goodness.
Just playing all over.
Yeah. And how about the harmonica? When did that come?
My dad used to play harmonica.
Oh.
And we'd listen to when we were out in the car, he would turn the radio on country music.
Uh-huh.
And he'd tell me, sing what that guy's singing, but don't sing what he's singing. Sing a different part. And when it sounds good, you're harmonizing.
Oh.
And that's how I learned how to harmonize. And the harmonica I just picked up by myself. I just taught myself.
How interesting is that?
And the guitar, self-taught.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow. That's pretty natural.
Yeah. When I was younger, I played lead guitar, but I wasn't as good as the guys I hired. So, but I hired some wonderful musicians over the years that I just played with so many talented people, and they always made me sound good. So I remember watching Jack Benny, and he said, why do you hire these people? And he says, well, I don't do much, so I hire them to make me look good. And I never forgot that. So that's why I hire good musicians to make me look good.
That is something I'm going to have to put in my notebook. That is smart. Oh, man. Yeah, especially as a dancer. Yeah. That's something, and no matter who we are, the professionals are professionals for a reason.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, good. Well, KCIW listeners, if you're just tuning in, we are here with the Quality Living with Peaceful Support Show. And we often talk about what exactly is quality living and what does it mean to us? What does it feel like? How do we get more of it? And today, Cisco has been telling us all about it with a musical twist. And we're very grateful. We actually have a couple of minutes, and we're really fortunate because Cisco has brought his guitar into the studio for us. Are you ready to just get some tunes going?
Sure. Let me put it on here.
All right, let's go ahead and do that.
Well, I was headed up north on 101 when I ran out of gas in a sweet little town called Brookings. Well, I was broke and I was hungry when a couple bought me gas. Oh yeah, and they fed me. Well, I fell asleep counting stars, and I woke up to a brand new day right here in Brookings. Sweet sea breeze on a starry night. That's all I need to feel free right here in Brookings. Summer breeze and redwood trees, harbor nights and harbor lights. It feels like heaven right here in Brookings. If you lost a love and you feel sad, just keep the faith and it will pass, 'cause it's a blessing to be here in Brookings. There's a warm and happy feeling as you walk up the streets of Brookings here. Tell my family, tell my friends, I found a new home and I'm here to stay here in Brookings. Summer breeze and redwood trees, harbor nights and harbor lights. It feels like heaven right here in Brookings. If you lost a love and you feel sad, just keep the faith and it will pass, 'cause it's a blessing to be here in Brookings. There's a warm and happy feeling as you look around and walk the streets right here in Brookings. Tell my family, tell my friends, I found a new home and I'm here to stay right here in Brookings. La 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 la, I love Brookings. La 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 la, I love Brookings. I love Brookings.
Whoa!
Thank you.
Holy goodness. That couldn't have been the most... I mean, I have fascia tickles. They call them like those,
Oh, good.
Yeah. Where your body feels all tingly and just grinning from ear to ear.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, man, I had a sensation like, being out there at the harbor and looking up at the stars.
Yeah.
And all the things Brookings has. Oh, my gosh.
I got to pay tribute to my son-in-law. He gave me an inspiration when he said summer breeze and redwood trees, harbor nights and harbor lights. And that made me come up with this song.
That is seriously exactly true. That is so true and sacred and special to this area.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't... How did he come up with that?
I don't know. Well, he asked me, he said, how do you write songs? And I said, well, I need inspiration.
Okay.
And I wrote a song about a fella I knew named Johnny Domingo.
Uh-huh.
And I said that I just fell in love with that name, Johnny Domingo.
Uh-huh.
So I wrote a kind of a Spanish flamenco type song, which I don't have the words to today, but it inspires me. Certain things inspire me to write.
Yeah. Well, where can people... So they can find you at the farmer's market.
Yeah. And they can look me up on the internet, Cisco Lausten Music.
Cisco Lausten Music.
Yeah, and it's on SoundCloud and YouTube. I've got originals and all kinds of songs on there.
That is most special.
Yeah.
Talk about pure quality.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I even like listening to myself when I get on the internet sometimes.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. And people everywhere will be able to also access this here.
Uh-huh.
Nice. On our podcast. And Brookings, does this song have a name?
I just call it my Brookings song. I haven't got a title for it.
That's adorable. Did it take a while to write it?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But it's fun. I enjoy writing.
Yeah.
Especially about something I love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So do you want to tell us about a little bit about the other song that you wrote?
I wrote a beautiful song about my wife, but I can't sing it because I get emotional. So
okay, yeah.
But I'm hoping someday to be able to sing it again. So
absolutely. Yeah. Well, we will be here to receive you when you're ready to do that. You just call me up and we'll get this microphone ready.
I sure will. I wrote a song about Rio Vista, the town I lived in California.
Oh.
It's on the Sacramento River, and it's called Rio Vista Nights. And it's all about living on the river and having fun. Mm-hmm. And I wrote another song about my wife. It's called Tight Black Dress. And the other song I wrote for her was Mr. Singer Man. Mm-hmm. And I wrote a song for my grandchildren. One is called the Dinky Butts Kid. And the other one is Senorita, Cactus Beat, and Me. It's like a Spanish-type song.
Oh, nice.
And Johnny Domingo, a Spanish-type song. Mm-hmm. And I wrote a bunch of songs when I was in Japan, but I can't remember all the names of them. But,
were the Japanese names?
I don't play them anymore.
Okay.
But I have tapes of them, and I like to listen to them because it reminds me of the musicians I played with that are all gone to heaven, So
of course. Yeah.
I like to listen to them and remember those guys.
Those are some quality moments right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very sacred.
Yeah. I sure will.
That'll be a lot of fun. And the people that you play with here in town?
Yeah. His name's Terry. I can't remember his last name or pronounce it either. But what a guy. This guy, I just fell in love with his music, his bass playing, and he harmonizes and sings lead. And I get to harmonize. Except when I'm by myself, it's not as much fun as harmonizing with another person. And he's phenomenal. He's just super. And I love working with him. He's a lot of fun.
Where did you find him at?
I met him at church, and he heard me sing, I think, at the church functions they had there.
Oh, good.
And we got to talking, and then I had another bass player, but he left to be on his own, so I hooked up with Terry.
Right on.
And I'm glad I did. I enjoyed working with him. He's a lot of fun.
Okay, and where's the next place that you'll be playing?
With him, I'll be at the Grange on the 18th of May.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And maybe Crissy Field, but I forgot the date.
Okay, good. Crissy Field. We'll keep an eye out for you, Cisco.
Okay.
And Terry, too. Do you guys have a special name?
Just Cisco and Friends, I guess.
Cisco and Friends. That is super nice. Other than music, we know all about that part. Is there anything else in your world that just is something you like to do, something special?
Actually, no. I like working in my yard and weed, and it doesn't bother me, and take care of my flowers and stuff. And I try to walk every day.
Oh, good.
2 times around the park where I live.
Oh, nice.
And I love taking a ride with my daughter. She's funny and makes me laugh, and we always have a good time together.
Well, that is magical.
And then some of the people at Grief, we get together and we go to a movie together and have fun. And if it's sad, we cry together. And they're great people.
Good. Have you heard about the film festival that's coming up?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, well, maybe your group would really get a kick if you guys are like going to the movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have a whole film festival coming up right here in Brookings at the theater.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's in August.
We'll go.
15th to the 18th. I'll get you all the information after the show.
Yeah.
And so from that, I want to say thank you to the grief support at hospice, especially being the work that they do and giving me extra training and teaching to fully be there for those who are processing and ready to leave their body.
They're all angels.
They are.
Yeah.
They are the best people I've ever met.
Caregivers are just phenomenal.
They've got something magical to them, and I never knew. I knew, when Grandma passed, I was like, I wasn't going to leave hospice. I said, I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to help every single one of them. And they're like,
oh, that's great.
Yeah, my auntie said, honey, you have to go. You have to go back home.
That's fantastic.
I just felt the calling, after you have the experience, how could you not be there for everybody?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I can relate.
Good
and
for
I'm
you.
very thankful for the work that you do.
Yeah.
It's quite important.
Well, I like to go, sometimes I'll go to someone's house that's bedridden and cheer them up with a few songs, and that makes me feel good and makes them feel good.
It does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. And the care facilities.
Oh, yeah. I play at Addie's in Crescent City and the Seaview here in Brookings.
Nice.
And they're a great audience.
Yeah.
Oh, they just love it,
They do.
They applaud, and I get to tell my jokes and one-liners and all that stuff. It's a good time for everybody.
Good. Well, we look forward to seeing you out in town and hearing you on the radio and again on the podcast. What is your podcast for the listeners?
Oh, my music, you mean?
Yes.
Cisco Lausten Music.
Cisco Lost.
Lausten.
Cisco Lost in Music.
Lausten. Lausten. Lausten.
Lausten. Okay. Lausten. Pardon me. My brain wouldn't compute. I like it. Okay. Well, we are super, super grateful for such a phenomenal session and song and all the peaceful support you give in the community. It really deserves a special award and a major thank you.
Well, my pleasure, and thank you for your helping the public too.
Absolutely, yeah. We're just gonna keep staying happy and finding the things that make us happy, and that's all we can do. We want to thank our KCIW listeners for tuning in to our station, and thank all of our sponsors. We also want to thank the families that are going through troubling times and realize that it's a special gift. Honestly, as sad and frustrating as it may be, it really is a special gift. And you can make it through. We're all here for you. You need any of us, you just call the radio station and we'll be there for you. And that is going to be all for the Quality Living with Peaceful Support. We say thank you again, Cisco.
My pleasure.
All right, and we'll see you at the Chetco Activity Center or the
Farmers Market.
Farmers Market.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
You betcha.
All right.